Part 1. Did you have a favorite book when you were a child?
Not that I can remember, but I think I used to have some comic books that I really liked. I don't specifically remember the name.
How much reading do you do for your work or studies?
Actually, I do pretty much a lot of reading right now because I am authoring one book at the moment. It's on teaching, and I have to do a lot of literature review, so I'm reading pretty much every day.
What kinds of books do you read for pleasure?
For pleasure, I would love to read books by famous philosophers, for example, one of them being Nietzsche. I am doing extensive reading on Nietzsche, and the last book I read, not the last book, one of my favorite books is Thus Spoke Zarathustra. That's one of my all-time favorite books.
Do you prefer to read a newspaper or a magazine online or to buy a copy?
Actually, I don't read newspapers or magazines, but if I wanted to read a newspaper, I would buy the real paper, and because I would like to touch the paper and hold it in my hands and turn the pages and read it.
Part 2. Describe a big city you would like to visit. You should say which big city you would like to visit, how you would travel there, what you would do there, and explain why you would like to visit this big city.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, I would like to visit Istanbul. It's a megacity in Turkey, and it is located in the northern part of Turkey. I really like this city because I have traveled to that city before. Actually, it was in 2016 that my wife and I visited this city. It's really beautiful in my opinion, and it's a very vibrant city. There are lots of tourists coming to this city from different parts of the world. I would like to visit, first of all, I would travel there by plane, obviously by plane. And there are many different things I would do there. One of them is I would try the local food, because the local food in Turkey is very delicious and I really like that. There are lots of different beautiful places to visit. For example, there are some islands around Istanbul. I think the name of the islands is Queen's Islands. It's a collection of islands, that are near each other. I would love to visit that area because there are such beautiful sceneries there. There is pristine landscape there that I would like to visit and enjoy. And why? Because like I said before, I have traveled to that city before and I have a lot of good memories of that trip. I would like to go there again so that I can have some of those memories back, and I would do a lot of shopping. It's really famous for shopping, clothes shopping. Istanbul is famous for that. Not just Istanbul, Turkey is famous for that. I love this city.
Part 3. What are the most interesting things to do while visiting cities on holiday?
It's really important and essential, in my opinion, to visit the touristy areas, okay? Because you're a tourist, and you have to go and visit those beautiful areas to be fully enjoyed. And doing cultural activities for some people, okay, but it's not a recipe for everybody. Some people like to do cultural activities, some people like to explore some untouched areas in that city. There are different things to do.
Why can it be expensive to visit cities on holiday?
On holidays, because that's a peak time and everybody is rushing to some tourist destinations. So obviously, as long as there is demand for something, the suppliers are going to put up the prices. So it's the game of supply and demand all the time, in my opinion. That's the main reason, because the hotels are fully booked and there are not many vacancies available, so everything is a little bit more expensive.
Do you think it is better to visit cities alone or in a group with friends?
It depends on you, in my opinion, okay? If you are the kind of person who would enjoy spending time on yourself and by yourself, I think it would be better for you to visit different places alone. But if you are the kind of person who would enjoy having the company of other people, I think you have to travel with other people. For me, I think it's better to travel with other people. I don't like to visit a new place alone.
Why have cities increased in size in recent years?
I think that's because of the population growth. Population is spiraling out of control in many areas of the world, and cities are growing larger and larger in size, and they are encroaching on adjacent lands, and because there's not enough residential areas for people to live. That's why they are growing larger and larger.
What are the challenges created by ever-growing cities?
Many challenges, environmental challenges, because when the city is growing, when the population is growing, it brings certain problems with it. For example, the problem of air pollution, water pollution, the problem of supplying water for all those people, supplying electricity for all those people in that city. That sewage system, okay, that carries away the wastewater from homes. Many problems.
In what ways do you think cities of the future will be different from cities today?
I think the cities of the future will be more environmentally friendly, and the buildings in those cities will be more of the vertical type, okay? They will be greener and vertical and self-sustained apartments and buildings in a way that they create, for example, their own electricity by some solar panels, not depending on fossil fuels for electricity. They will have a lot of gardens, okay, maybe on the walls, maybe on their balconies. It would be really green, and the cities will be greener and vertical. That's it.
Thank you.